Before Mazda CX5, there was a Subaru Forester that was doing too much in the Kenyan market, but nowadays we have a Mazda CX5. Now I'm talking about a turbocharged Mazda CX5 2.5 liter petrol versus a 2 liter turbocharged Subaru Forester XT. This car was very common in the Kenyan market, but nowadays in the emergence of Mazda CX5, people are somehow forgetting that Subaru was the leader in the Kenyan market. So today we have these two cars. I want to review, show you, I will tell you about the horsepower, and by the end of the day, let us see or decide which car is better built for you. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so that each and every time we do videos like this, you get to see them as soon as we post them. Thank you so much and keep. So we want to see these cars head to head, a 2016 Subaru Forester XT with a 2 liter petrol, while we have a 2018 Mazda CX5 with a 2.5 liter petrol going head to head. Now this car produces 250 horsepower, 350 Newton meters of torque, while the Mazda CX5 gives you 220 horsepower, 450 Newton meters of torque. Now the amount of horsepower that you get there depends on the kind of fuel that you use. If you use the premium fuel, you'll get more horsepower. If you use the regular fuel, you'll get average horsepower. Now, so these cars have a different breed, because for the 2016 Subaru Forester, I would say it is the old model, because there is a new Subaru Forester which they don't come in anymore as turbos, while the 2018 Mazda CX5 is a modern vehicle. You can see it has a modern look, modern design, and also it is a little bit more larger as compared to the Subaru Forester. Now, these cars actually, in terms of design, in terms of build, in design of modernity, Mazda CX5 takes it all, but because the Subaru Forester still packs a punch, I decided still this Subaru Forester has something to talk about. Okay, now if you're interested in buying the Subaru Forester, the asking price is 3.2 million shillings, while the Mazda CX5 2.5 liter fully loaded is a cool 3.65 million shillings, which I think personally it is an offer that you can really look into it, because this car has a sunroof, JBL sound system, full leather seats. The seats are electrically adjustable. You get 19-inch alloys, yeah, which I think it is some of the features that most people would be looking for in these crossover SUVs. Now, the Subaru Forester uses a CVT transmission as usual, while the Mazda CX5 uses the simple and easy to maintain 6-speed automatic transmission. For the Subaru Forester, wheels is sent to all the wheels via a symmetrical all-wheel drive, while the Mazda CX5 has an option between a full front-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive, of which this one is an all-wheel drive. In terms of spacing, as you can see, a Subaru Forester is a little bit squeezed. It gives you some good spacing also, but I think CX5 offers more space in general as compared to the Subaru Forester. In terms of our price, this one at the moment, I think it has more, it's a bit pricey as compared to a modern CX5 that still costs 3.6 million shillings, while this one is a 3.2 million shillings vehicle. Okay, now we start with the Mazda CX5. Let us look at the exterior, then we'll go into the interior. Starting from the front, starting from the design, it has a new look, a redefined design. I love the bonnet. It looks a little bit large. You might think that you have a 6-cylinder here, but of course it is a 4-cylinder as usual. I love the full LED headlights that you get in this Mazda CX5. As you can see here, Mazda CX5 has some modern look on its daytime running lights, and it has a somehow hidden turn signals on the inside there, which looks amazing. And on the lower section, you have your fog lights. Most people would love to have fog lights. Mazda CX5 have small fog lights which are very powerful. They are very bright. I love the finish on the front grille. You have some extended body kit here, at least to make the car look more beautiful. But once you have a car that is very well built in terms of design, you don't need some body kits in cars like these ones here. The grille looks okay. I have no issues with the grille. You have this D design on the grille here, which is very good. I love this protruding emblem, and of course I love these star-shaped elements on the grille. The front, very good. A number of sensors for added safety, and you also get headlamp washers on the Mazda CX5. For the Subaru Forester, we have a new look in the 2018 Subaru Foresters, but for the 2016 you still have this design. Somehow it looks like a smaller bonnet. Of course, you have the flat 4-boxer engine in the Subaru Forester. The grille looks okay. It's not the most modern grille. daytime running lights, adaptive headlights over there, turn signals on the inside, also headlamp washers, and you get fog lights. That is almost very standard in so many Subarus. Okay, side profile for the Subaru Forester, you have 18-inch machine cut alloys with Toyo highway tires. You get McPherson strut suspension as the standard suspension here with coil and springs, and you also have brake discs. For the higher trims, you'll get vented brake discs for maximum braking. For the Mazda CX5, you get 19-inch alloys from Mazda. Look at this, they look absolutely beautiful. You also have disc brakes on the inside. You get McPherson strut suspension with coil and springs as the standard suspension that you get in this car. For all these cars, of course, they are not luxury cars, so most of the time you'll get them using the basic or standard suspension system, at least, yeah, to cut down on the economy. Side profile, you see you have some chrome finish on the lower section. You have turn signals here. These are not LED. We have chrome on the window panes. You have roof rails over there. We also have keyless entry for this Subaru Forester. For this other Mazda CX5, you get LED turn signals. You have a nice looking lower side. You have some side skirts over here. Keyless entry to the interior, and you get chrome finishing on the lower section of the window panes of this unit here. From the back, Mazda CX5 beats the Subaru, of course, because this one is a modern car. This one is the old version, but I think it can still stand up to itself. You have a spoiler here with brake lights. You have an aerial fin back there, wiper for the back side. Of course, it says Subaru Forester and shows you that this one is an XT turbocharged, and it uses the symmetrical all-wheel drive. And as always, I love the taillights in the Subaru. The modern Subaru uses taillights that cut into the boot section, of which to me, I don't like that design, but it is very much okay because it doesn't compromise on anything. The rear bumper is okay, more of plastic finish, and you get two exhausts because this one is a turbo. There's a lot of exhaust gases that need to be taken out. For the Mazda CX5, a modern design, curvy finish, looks like a well-built lady. No spoiler, but you get an aerial fin at the back, a wiper for the back side, some nice futuristic taillights for the Mazda CX5. With this, we can all agree that Mazda CX5 beats the Subaru hands down. The Mazda CX5 uses the modern all-wheel drive system, which is okay. The symmetrical all-wheel drive, I think most people would say that one is more practical than the all-wheel drive system, but it comes down to personal preference and what you're intending to use the car for. If you want to go off-roading, I think the Subaru one does or works better, but for the Mazda CX5, it is more fuel economical because the computer system will decide which wheel will get more power compared to the other one, of which it is a bit challenge in the off-roading setup. At the back, you have multi-link suspension for the Mazda CX5, and I think for the Subaru Forester, you get the coil and springs. You also have two exhausts at the back because this is a turbo with a larger engine. You have a number of sensors for added safety. In terms of spacing, we'll get into the boot section, but for now, let us check the interior of these two cars. Now, because I love the Mazdas, we'll probably start with the interior of the Mazda CX5. To me, it looks absolutely beautiful. Starting from the door design is decent. You have these are plastic material, but Mazda are making them look like premium material. A number of finishing here and there. You have wood, brush chrome over there, piano black finish on the door controls, a leather armrest with some nice stitches. Inside here, you have your storage space, and of course, you have your Bose speakers over there, which gives you good quality infotainment. And of course, as you can see, the interior Mazda CX5 have a very well refined interior. They feel premium, top quality material, which is pretty good, and that is actually what we want. Starting from the seat, you have these full leather seats with headrest, some cool stitches, larger lumbar support area. You have this base area that is very, very large and well accommodating, and the seats are heated and cool, as you can tell from these ventilations right here. The seats are electrically adjustable, and you get two memory seat settings in this Mazda CX5. As of the dashboard, it looks very well built. I think it's pretty nice, and as you can see, you can clearly see your surrounding pretty well, which is quite nice. So starting from here, as you get into the car, you run into a number of controls. Your tailgate opener, you get 360-degree view of this car, parking sensors, lane departure assist, idling stop, on and off, and of course you have fuel cap opener and your bonnet opener. The steering wheel is cool. leather wrapped. I believe also the steering wheel is heated, and you have cruise control cruise control setup right here, control for the infotainment system, and of course you have, okay, those are your clusters. Of course, they are not digital. For the new versions, I've not seen digital clusters on the Mazda 6.5 apart from the 2023, 2024 models. But for the Subarus from 2018, you get digital clusters. In this car, you have 100,000 kilometers mileage, which is pretty good. If you're buying a car from Japan, make sure it's above 100,000 kilometers. There are reasons for that. And maybe you can buy something that's less than less than 50 kilometers per hour. You get heads-up display on this Mazda CX5, a 6.5-inch fully touch infotainment system that you can still control by this system here. I think this is the backup for the infotainment system, or maybe if you're driving and you don't want to be touching the touch screen, you can control it using this center console here. Your DVD slot, nice air vents over here, your hazard button. Of course, you can see hit these seats, which is pretty nice. If you live in a cold place, you can hit your seats, and at the same time, you can also hit the steering wheel. You have your push to start. Your clusters are here. Sorry, your climate controls are here. I love that you can still use these physical touch buttons. On the lower section here, you have storage space or some pad where you can put your phone, your gear shifter, and of course you have controls for the infotainment system, 2 cup holders, a center console, your tray, 2 USB slots, auxiliary output, among many other features over there. The dashboard is very well built. I love the finish that you get here. You get wood, chrome, and you have some nice storage. And for the front passenger also, you get this electrically adjustable seats. The seats are also cooled, as heated, as you can see from these ventilations here, which is a very good feature. Now, the top trim or the top feature that you get in this Mazda CX-5 is that it has a sunroof. Getting a Mazda CX-5 with a sunroof in the Kenyan market is a challenge. This one has it. So let me show you the backside. Hey, for the backside, well-built design, and you have this backside here that has very large space. You can easily accommodate 3 passengers comfortably. As you can see, it's quite large. Some nice stitches, very nice finish, and also you get these armrests with 2 cup holders. You can hit these seats, and you have 2 USB slots on that side so that your backside passengers can charge their accessories. You have some pockets here to put a few things, some nice air vents over here, and some LED lighting for the backside. For the Subaru Forester, let us see what we get here. Of course, you also have keyless entry to the interior, but as of 2016, this was the design. You have leather armrest, leather finishing inside here, some more plastic finish, power door controls over here, a standard speaker, and you have some more storage space. And also, as you get inside here, you see Subaru by then was trying, but nowadays the 2018 models have better looking interior, but as of 2016, this was the design. You had these half leather seats, leather on the edges, fabric on the center, electrical adjustable seats right here. On the inside, you have push to start, some nice air vents, push to start, piano black finish over here, a nice leather steering wheel, leather wrapped steering wheel, cruise control setup. You have paddle shifters, of course, because this one's a turbo, you won't miss such things. And your clusters are here. They look cool, but we don't have the battery as of now. Jump start gari kingine hapo. I love the clusters in a Subaru Forester because they are very colorful. Unapata blue, yellow, red finishing. At least it makes it look lively. No heads-up display. A number of speakers over there. You have a secondary screen there that shows you the powertrain, how much fuel you are remaining with, and all those features. You have your hazard button, some nice air vents also, 6-inch infotainment system that you can control using these 2 buttons here. You have climate controls, which is nice and easy to control using these 3 rotary dials. Lane keeping assist iko hapa, blind spot monitoring system iko hapa. Okay, and then you have this tray to put a few things. You can heat and cool your seats on the backs for the front side passengers, a gear shifter for the CVT transmission, alafu hapo kuna your manual handbrake, some nice cup holders, armrest iko sawa with a deeper storage on the inside, and also the front passenger gets this amazing seat here that is heated also. And for the dashboard, storage space, piano black finish, and a cool dashboard over there. You have a rear view mirror. It's not digital. This one lane departure assist, pre-collision monitoring system here, eyesight technology, LED lighting for the interior, which is, I think, in most cars now, those are standard features. The backside of a Subaru, as always, Subaru has been spacious, as you can see. With the driver's seat pushed to my liking, you get tons of space at the back. Half leather seats also, which are heated, just like in the Mazda CX5. And you get an armrest here at the center that has 2 cup holders minus the USB slots. Okay, look at this Subaru, man. Look at this. The storage in the Subaru, the leg room in the Subaru is very nice. Headroom also is quite okay. Everything here is very, very spacious. Now I understand why some people prefer using Subarus, because okay, washika wanarusha hapa wajamaa kadhaa. Yeah, you sit inside there comfortably, but you know you're going to go through hell. So ukiona Subaru, you know what's up. Now for the backside, you have both cars have up to 600 liters of space in the boot section. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, because it has no battery, the tailgate is not opening. With the seats folded upright, you get 603 liters of space. With the seats, with the second row seats folded, you get 1,630 liters of space. For the Mazda CX5, with the back seats upright, you get 590 liters of space. With the second row seats folded, you get around 1,590 liters of space. Okay, now that's it about these two cars. I'll just remind you what we said about the engine types that you have in this car. For the Subaru Forester, you have a 2000cc turbocharged 4-cylinder flat 4 boxer engine that gives you 250 horsepower and 350 Newton meters of torque. For the Mazda CX5, you have a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder that is also turbocharged, that gives you 221 horsepower and 450 Newton meters of torque. So if you're interested in any of the cars here, I talked about the price. For the Subaru Forester, I said 3.2. For the Mazda CX5, I said 3.65 million shillings. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so that each and every time we do videos of these cars, you get to see them faster. Thank you so much, and see you in the next one. And do not forget to subscribe.